speak.
Are you sure a crash is our only path to a cure?
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a Zaithisk purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir library. The library was a gift from Vlakith herself, that we may gain total understanding.
That kind of wisdom is very valuable.
Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant order turns to chaos and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more, infinities upon infinities.
It looks so unusual. Githyanki are rare in these parts.
I expect I am your first.
I know of Githyanki, but I've never met one.
Of course you haven't. They would have cut you from navel to neck. You are no less alien to me than I am to you. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake.
As if your upturned bat snout is any better.
Better is an opinion, but mine is certainly more economical, disciplined, dignified.
Do you know much about mind flayers?
I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less.
You know what happens if we don't find a cure?
Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born.
That's not going to happen. We will find a cure.
Words forged in steel. May your actions express the same metal. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me.
You're worried we haven't changed? This is good news.
Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
Alright, thanks. Leave. Alright, who do we have next here? I don't see anybody else here, so I guess we're gonna move a bit forward. Gale.
I've known a few warlocks in my time. Talented, of course, though sometimes too eager to listen to the devils on their shoulders. Comes with the territory, unfortunately.
I was wondering, that condition of yours, why does it require magic?
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
I think I have a magic artifact you'd be interested in.
Your enterprising approach to my problem is most encouraging. But it is a delicate process to keep my condition stable. I do not yet need to consume an item, but keep it close by. It will not be too much longer.
Okay, thank you. Who's next? Who do we have over here? Ah, Historion.
So, we're traveling with the famed Blade of Frontiers. I feel safer already.
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, what's to tell? I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious.
That's it? Alright.
Very well.
The goblins still infest the roads. As long as their leaders live, Zevlor's people are trapped.
How does the Blade of Frontiers end up chasing the devil in hells?
Karlach's fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it, and she was planning to return. One of the archdevils Zariel's own, Chaos Incarnate, a devil with pure fire for a heart. I made my way to Avernus to stop her. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer ship as it screeched through the hells. I followed in close pursuit. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlach might be taking, the damage she might be doing.
Who is this source of yours?
A powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. I'm sworn to say no more.
Let's move on to other matters.
All right. Anything more we should discuss?
Tell me, Will, how did you come to be the Blade of Frontiers?
My father once said, "One does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call." So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse blared into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
What became of the boy, I wonder?
I left him with his uncles. 5 years on, and he's flourishing. If only every child was so lucky. I mourn the ones I could never save, whose cries I never heard. In the boy's tears, I finally saw the suffering wrought by the villains of the wild. The frontiers demanded a blade, and so I heeded.
Is that how you lost your eye in the goblin battle?
It was an even bloodier day, and a stronger foe. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days.
I'd like to talk about something else.
By all means.
Oh, nothing. Okay.
Are you sure? The blade stands at the ready.
Alright, remain here. On second thought, stay with me.
An excellent choice, if I say so myself.
Leave. Alright, so we have who? Shadowheart.
The Blade of Frontiers. Let's hope Will lives up to his name. We'll need all the help we can get.
What's the story with that odd little artifact you have? Those murals on the grove, something about them seemed to catch your eye.
What can I say? They were eye-catching. Consider me an art lover.
What's the story with that odd little artifact you have?
There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
Okay. What do you think of all that's happened to us so far?
We've been through quite a lot, with likely more to come. Care to narrow it down a little?
You must have thoughts about our little stowaways.
Must I? Thinking about it won't help. We know what to do, so let's do it. Find a way to rid ourselves of these things. Personally, I think finding this Halcyon is our best bet. Oh, there's Ethel. Not that I'm keen to trust her. If we're truly desperate, we can try to convince that goblin gut in assisting us. I'm not too hopeful that a Gith Kresh will actually prove our salvation, but worth keeping in mind.
What will you do if we actually manage to remove the tadpoles?
I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course.
No, where would you go?
Home. Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible.
Seems personal. I won't pry if it's not something you want to talk about.
Thank you. And you're right. It's a delicate matter. Not something for light conversation.
How am I holding up in your estimation?
I must admit, you've been a surprise. And not an unpleasant one. Kindred spirits are few and far between for me. Besides, you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. How can I do anything but sing your praises?
Turn to other matters. We should know each other a little bit more.
Must we? No harm in a little mystery, don't you think?
We have to rely on each other. Easier if we knew each other as well.
Easier's often less interesting. Besides, we've plenty of reason to rely on each other already. You can't confide in just anyone about a monster in your head.
Maybe I'd like to get you know. Maybe I'd like to get you know better.
Sweet of you, but don't worry. I'm sure you'll get to know me just fine by traveling together. No need for interrogations just yet.
If that's what you prefer, I can respect that.
Thank you. I'm sure we'll get along perfectly well.
Alright, leave. Let's go nighty-night. Yes. What's happening?
Finally, some good fortune. Come morning, we know what to do. The sooner we find the Druid House Inn, the better. I can't wait to get rid of this thing in my head.
So what will you come next for you once this is all over?
Head to Baldur's Gate. Someone's waiting for me.
Oh yes? Who?
Let a girl have some secrets. Was there anything else?
How are you feeling?
The same. These parasites are proving suspiciously benign. But suppose I turn. What would you do?
No hesitations. I just end your misery here and there.
Wise. Though, I hope you'd miss me after I'm gone. I think I would if the positions were reversed. But you're right. If we're to make it through all this, there can be no room for hesitation. You're doing well. We should get some rest. Good night.
Wow. Okay.
A tingle runs through your head and down to your feet.
Ah, there it is. That shiver. Our little brainworms have made fast friends, it would seem. How do you feel?
Surprising and fine in spite of it all.
Surprising is just the word, isn't it? Before the Illithid's unscheduled surgery, I'd felled hundreds of beasts and a fair few fiends. The tadpoles weakened me, suppressed greater talents, but beyond that, I've showed no signs of turning. No nausea, no pain, not even a hot flash.
It makes no sense. I know. Why haven't we turned?
Perhaps the worm's vat was poisoned. Perhaps we're uncommonly fit. Or perhaps the tadpoles are merely on holiday. We could conjecture all night. I suppose the why doesn't matter so much as the what next. And that answer is plain as the horns on a war devil's head. We get these things out. Let's get some rest. Dawn comes sooner than we think.
Astarion, you got something to say? Yes, you do.
You know, I've been thinking, reflecting on what tomorrow might bring. When we find the druid, Will he know how to bring the worm under control? Will this little adventure of ours be over?
What, William? It doesn't have to be. We can still travel together.
Good. I don't want you to run off just yet. You're quite the ally after all. Traversing Avernus, surviving the crash, surviving everything that's followed. I'm not easily impressed by people, but you're stronger than I gave you credit for.
We hardly know each other.
You have your charms. More than you think.
The smile on his pretty lips is a touch too composed, a bit too perfect. He may not mean a word he says.
Watch yourself, Astarion.
Oh, you're no fun. Sleep tight. I'll see you later. I'm sure.
Okay, what the heck? Nope, no. Don't go to bed yet. Where's Gale? Does he have something to say?
How can I help?
Alright, leave. Alright. What about Lae'zel? Speak to Lae'zel.
Galeg. I remember who I was in Crashkalir. I was hungry to face my first Geich. My sword pined for their blood. Would that I were doing battle up there, among the tears.
What do you mean by the tears?
Next time you're able, look to the sky. Watch the moon cross it. The tears follow behind it. Rocky bodies tumbling through the sea of night. One of them is my crash. Kalir.
Right. It must be quite a shock to leave your crush behind and arrive here.
Do you think me so sheltered? My entire clutch battled beholders deep within the eye of the sky. We infiltrated a Neogi spelljammer and laid waste to its crew. The tears span Toral's sky, Venisk. There is more to this realm than this grassy pebble. But enough of this. You are wasting your resting time. Come dawn, we resume our search for a creche.
Okay. Let's go to sleep then. There's my bed. Go to bed. Why is it low? What? Why is it global? Okay. No, okay.
Seems simple enough.
Who's here? There's nobody here. I don't see anybody here. Wait, there's another door over here. Oh. Hello?
But it serves
Ah.
other purpose. We meet again, as predicted. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
You were sorting something before. What were you doing?
Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute, felled in its name. They bear great discontentment with their destiny. For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking.
Will these hirelings be joining me willingly?
Most willingly, forsooth. Their passions doth run deep for what hath been wrought upon them.
Do you think I could trust these cultists?
Suspicion always haunts the guilty mind. My services are all that I can proffer thee. What thou wilt do with them is for thee to undertake.
Impressive. Are there any other ways you can help us?
Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more.
You mentioned the cost. What is it?
A matter of coin.
That's outrageous.
Such is life. Outrage leading to a singular end.
Alright, leave. Is that all of them? We'll rest. Morning after you use the trim party down to 4 member spell, you gain the ability to use another spell called Restore Party to pre-time state, which allows you to instantly add back everyone who was dismissed. Perfect, we got all of them back. Does anybody want to speak? Let's talk to Lazel first, see what she has to say after that sleep.
Speak.
Oh, I will speak, alright. Oh, you got nothing. Never mind. Alright. Gale?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Got nothing. Alright. Starion?
You're staring at me again. What do you want?
Nothing? Alright. Will?
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
Nothing? Alright. Shadowheart?
Something the matter?